turns out the fat-phobic premise isn't this show's only problem. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 problems with Netflix's Insatiable. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most problematic things about this Netflix original series.
Just because you're skinny now doesn't mean you can steal someone else's boyfriend. Got it?
Number 5. The premise is based on fat shaming. If you've heard anything about this show, it's probably that the entire storyline is problematic in terms of how it addresses obesity and body image.
You got $5? How about that candy bar? It's not like you need it, fatty.
The basic plot is about an overweight high schooler who gets punched in the face by a homeless man after he steals her chocolate bar, of course. She has to have her mouth wired shut and, due to an all-liquid diet, ends up losing a ton of weight and emerging thin and beautiful after her recovery.
Well, what happened to settling?
Pretty girls don't have to settle.
Insatiable has been marketed as a satire, but the show never actually gives any insight on what it's like to be bullied for being fat. It just turns it into a joke.
I said skinny is magic, not skanky is magic.
You don't need to shame her, Bob.
Number 4. Bob and Patty's relationship.
Because they don't understand you like I do.
Early in the season, a character is introduced who becomes main character Patty's mentor of sorts, Bob Armstrong.
He was more than a white knight. He wanted to be the armor, too. I knew then we were soulmates.
He's a lawyer/beauty pageant coach who takes on Patty's legal case and, because she's attractive now, also suggests that she could do well on the pageant circuit.
I'll help you. Because I believe in you.
Patty immediately falls for the much older man, and for several episodes, we're forced to witness an uncomfortable dynamic between the two that crosses the line from cringeworthy to totally inappropriate.
I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual.
Bob's behavior throughout this arc is questionable at best. Number 3. Debbie Ryan wears a fat suit.
That's Patty Bladell.
No way, Fatty Patty's huge.
The lead actress wears a fat suit in the flashback scenes, and in general, the attitude towards her former weight is incredibly fat-phobic.
Smells like bacon.
Just ignore them.
While there is a long history in comedy of thin actors wearing fat suits, in recent years, it's been called into question as a practice. BuzzFeed's Jenna Guillaume said, quote, "Fat suits dehumanize fat people, reducing them to nothing more than bodies to be reviled and mocked." Say that she has, quote, "never once seen a fat suit used in a positive way." And we'd have to agree.
Watch it, Patty.
Sorry.
Number 2. The treatment of LGBTQ+ issues.
Sometimes other people see things in you that you can't see for yourself.
Insatiable features several characters who are members of the LGBTQ+ community. But that doesn't mean that they're giving these figures proper representation. Patty's best friend is gay, but it goes unacknowledged for several episodes and is played for laughs more than once.
Wait, you made out with Choi? You're not gay. And besides, nobody knows you better than me. If you were gay, I would know. Trust me.
In one episode later in the season, there's even a tired joke made about whether bisexuality exists.
I love women. Tell yourself you're bisexual. We all go through that phase. Bisexuals are like demons or aliens. They don't exist.
In another, Patty talks with a transgender girl about her body insecurities in a way that uncomfortably compares weight struggles and transitioning.
I keep thinking there's going to be a day where I feel female enough.
Yeah. I think I'll feel thin enough when I lose another 10 pounds.
The scene ends with the two of them confidently walking off in bikinis, making it clear that the show is totally tone-deaf when it comes to this topic.
I feel so...
Free?
No, I was gonna say totally self-conscious.
Oh, thank God, me too.
Okay.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Number 1. They joke about sexual assault.
He touched her hoo-hoo.
What? No. She's lying.
In the very first episode, when we're introduced to Bob Armstrong, he details how he became disgraced in the pageant scene after a mother accused him of molesting her daughter. Bob follows this up by saying that him being falsely accused is just as bad as him doing it for real.
And that was it.
I was an accused molester saying the victim made it up, which was almost as bad as if I'd actually done it. It was the single worst moment of my life.
Let's just come out and say right away that no, that's definitely not as bad. The entire situation is played for laughs and makes light of what actual victims of sexual assault experience.
The accusations were completely false. I'm a champion of women, especially young women. I want to touch as many of them as I possibly can.
It also discredits accusers of sexual misconduct by implying that they're self-interested or seeking revenge.
Ugh, are you crazy? He's a child molester.
Which means I might actually have a shot.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.